Hover over this icon on each slide and then click the arrow to start the dialogue. Each slide will have audio. Thank you. Welcome and hello. My name is John Lindsay. I am the Refugee School Impact Program Specialist for Catholic Charities Fort Worth. This presentation is meant to assist parents when enrolling new students into the Fort Worth Independent School District. Please hover over the speaker in the middle of each slide, then click the arrow to start the dialogue for each slide. Thank you. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enrollment for new students. Go to www.FWISD.org. If you need help, you can ask for help from the Fort Worth Student Placement Center, telephone number 817-815-7700, or call the Fort Worth ISD Parent Information Line at 817-500-0318, or call or go to the school your child will be attending. The school will be open on August 3rd. Call or text your case manager, or call or text the Refugee School Impact Program Specialist, John Lindsay, at 817-875-6052. Click on Families and then click on Online Registration. Enrollment of a new student. Click on Register Now to enroll a new student to Fort Worth ISD. If you have questions, you can call the telephone number 817-814-2070. If you have other children already enrolled in Fort Worth ISD, you can put your email address and password in here. If this is your first child in Fort Worth ISD, you will need to create a new account. See the number 1. Type in your first name, that is your given name. Now see number 2. Type in your last name, that is your surname. Now look at number 3. Type in your phone number. Look at number 4. Type in your email address. Now scroll down. You must enter a password and then re-enter the same password. Scroll down. Then you will have to pick 2 security questions and answers. Scroll down. Click on the empty box and then click the green Create Account button. Look at number 1. Type in your child's first name, their given name. Now look at number 2. Type in your child's last name, their surname. Now look at number 3. Type your child's birthday, 2 digits for the month, a /, 2 digits for the day, a /, and 4 numbers for the year. These numbers can be found on your I-94, passport, or green card. Last, click the green button at the bottom of the page, Add Student. You will need to have an emergency contact person. The emergency contact must have a phone number and address. When school begins, you will need to bring the birth certificate, I-94, passport, or green card of your child to the school. You will also need to bring immunization records and proof of where you live, such as a lease agreement, a water bill with your name on it and the address, or an electric bill with your name on it and the address. Scroll down the page. If you have more than one child to enroll, you will do that later. Click the green button Next at the bottom of the page. Look at number 1. Click on the blue arrow and then click 2020-2021. Now look at number 2. Click on the blue arrow and choose Yes. This is the first time this child has attended a Fort Worth ISD school. Or No, this child has attended a Fort Worth ISD school before. If this is a new student to Fort Worth ISD, you would click the button Yes. Look at number 1. If your child has a middle name, type the middle name in the empty box. If your child does not have a middle name, click the box next to Click Here if the student does not have a middle name. Now look at number 2. These boxes should have pre-populated, meaning there should already be information there. If not, you will need to type in the information. Scroll down the page. Now look at number 1. Pick the gender, the sex of your child. Look at number 2. Select the country your child was born in. You may need to scroll through the countries to find the one you are looking for. Select that country and scroll down the page. You will now need to type in the city your child was born in. If you don't know or are not sure, type in a city in the country listed above. Scroll down the page. For ethnicity, you will need to select No, not Hispanic or Latino, or Yes, Hispanic or Latino. Click Yes if your child is from Cuba, Mexico, Puerto Rico, South America, or Central America. Most individuals will click No here. Scroll down the page. You will need to select your ethnicity here. If you are from Africa, you will pick Black or African American. If you are from Afghanistan or Iraq, you will pick White. If you are from Nepal, Myanmar, or another Far Eastern country, you will pick Asian. Scroll down the page. Select Yes if your child has attended school before. Select No if your child has never attended school. If you select Yes, you will see an additional window and you will need to enter the information requested. If you select No, you will not see that. Scroll down the page. If you answered Yes, my child attended school before, you'll be asked the next questions. If you answered No, my child has never attended school, you will not see these questions. Question number 1. Has student previously attended school in the United States? You must select Yes or No. Look at number 2. Has the student previously attended any public school in Texas? You must select Yes or No. Now look at number 3. Has your child been retained? Answer No here. Look at number 4. If your child has special education needs, select Attended Special Education Classes. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Type the name of the school your child attended. Look at number 2. Type the city the school was in. Look at number 3. Click on the blue arrow and scroll all the way to the bottom of the list and select Other, outside USA and Canada. Look at number 4. Leave this blank. Look at number 5. leave this blank. Scroll down and you will see a box to put the dates your child attended school. You will need to put the date attended if you know them. If you do not know those dates, leave this blank. Scroll down the page. You will need to type your address, your apartment number, the city, Fort Worth, and state, Texas. Click on the blue arrow and scroll down and select Texas. And your zip code. Scroll down. The next question asked, is the student's mailing address different from the student's home address listed above? Click on the blue arrow and select No. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. You must put your phone number here. If you change your phone number later, you must tell the school your new phone number. Look at number 2. You must select the enrollment grade for the 2020-2021 school year. Before selecting this, talk to the Fort Worth ISD Student Placement Center, telephone number 817-815-7700. They will tell you what grade to select here. Scroll down the page. Click on Find Zoned School. This will be the school your child will attend. Your school may be different from the school listed here. Scroll down the page. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes. Scroll down the page. Click the circle next to the statement, I understand that reports are posted electronically in Parent Portal and that a paper copy of the student report card will be available from the campus only upon request. Report cards in the United States inform parents about how their children are doing in school. You, the parent, must look at report cards every time. You must see the parent portal or go to the school every 6 weeks to get a report card. Scroll down the page. In this section, you must select if you want your child to learn virtually at home on the computer or in person at the school. Once you make this decision, it is a commitment for the 6 weeks of school. You can watch the video on the Catholic Charities Fort Worth Refugee Impact YouTube channel titled Fort Worth ISD Enrollment Process. Do I pick virtual at home learning or at school? It may help you decide which is best for you and your child. Scroll down the page. If you select in person at school, you will see this concerning school bus services. If you selected virtual at home on the computer, you will not see this screen. If your child will be going to a school that they cannot walk to safely, you will need bus transportation. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes, I need transportation, or No, I do not need transportation. It is very important to click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. The next part will ask information about what adult, parent, or guardian the school will call with any concerns. Look at number 1. Leave this blank. Look at number 2. The first name of the adult, parent, or guardian goes here. Number 3. Leave this blank. Look at number 4. The last name of the adult or parent or guardian goes here. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Leave this blank. Look at number 2. Click on the blue arrow and select your relationship to the child, such as father, mother, aunt, uncle, etc. Look at number 3. You must type your cell phone number here. If you ever change your phone number, you must tell the school your new phone number. Look at number 4 and 5. Type the same phone number that was in number 3 in these 2. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Type the email address that you use to begin the new student registration process. Look at number 2. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes, the student has a different address from the contact, or No, the student is at the same address as the contact. Scroll down the page. You will now be asked for a second primary or contact person. Look at number 1. Leave blank. Look at number 2. Type in that person's first name. Look at number 3. Leave blank. Look at number 4. Type in the person's last name. Look at number 5. Leave blank. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Click on the blue arrow and select the relationship this person has to the student, such as father, mother, aunt, uncle, etc. Look at number 2. This asks if this person has custody. Look at number 3. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes, the student can be released from school with this person, or No, this person is not allowed to be released from school with this person. Look at number 4. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes, this person can be notified in an emergency with my child, or No, this person is not to be notified in an emergency with my child. Look at number 5. Type the person's phone number here. Look at number 6. Type the same phone number. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Type the same cell number as in the previous slide. Look at number 2. Type the person's email address here. If they do not have an email address, click the box, No email address available. Look at number 3. Click the blue arrow and select No. If you want additional emergency contacts, you can add them here. It will also ask you for an emergency contact number 2. If you wish, you can add them also. Scroll down the page. The next section asks if the child has siblings, brothers, or sisters. If you select Yes, the next drop-down box will ask how many, and then it will ask you to list their first name, last name, relationship to the student, the grade that the sibling is in, and then the sibling's birth date. This will also alert the computer that you have other children that may need to be enrolled in school. Scroll down to the bottom. This is very important. Click the green Next button now. This page wants to know 2 things. Number 1, click on the blue arrow and select the language that is spoken at your home most of the time. Look at number 2. Click on the blue arrow and select the language your child speaks most of the time. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page when you are done. On this screen, select No. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. On this page, select not a military-connected student. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. The next section wants to know information about your child's health. Look at number 1. It says, does your child have a severe allergic reaction to any food, medications, or other allergens? If your child does, answer yes. Additional information about the allergy will be asked. If they do not, answer no. Look at number 2. Does your child have asthma? Answer yes or no. If you answer yes, additional information will be asked. Scroll down the page. You will now be asked if there are any other health concerns or conditions. Check all that apply to your child. Scroll down the page to see all of the conditions. Scroll all the way down the page. Look at number 1. It says, did your child experience any problems at birth? You must answer yes or no. If you answer yes, you must type in what the problems were. Look at number 2. It says, has your child ever been hospitalized for any reason? You must select yes or no. If you select yes, you must explain the reasons for the hospitalizations. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. You need to select yes, my child takes medications, or no, my child does not take medications at this time. If you select yes, you must list the medications. The arrow is pointing to the box to list your hospital preference. Type JPS in this box. Look at number 1. By clicking I grant, you give the school permission to get emergency medical help for your child if they need it. If you select I refuse, the school cannot help your child in an emergency health condition at school. Click the one you want. Scroll down. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. This is a new program from Fort Worth ISD. A pediatrician will be available at some schools and can treat children if you select to opt in. This is not a free service, and your insurance company will be billed. At the bottom of the page, click on Opt In if you want to participate, or click Decline if you do not want to participate. This is very important. Once you have chosen, you must click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. There are times that names, pictures, and other things about students are placed on social media, newspapers, and the district website. If you do not want to allow your child to be in any of these, you must click I do not give the district permission to release media information at the bottom of the page. If you are okay with this, do nothing. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. On this section, click No. Scroll down the page. Schools in the United States have a code of conduct for student behavior. As the parent, you must know the code of conduct and be given an opportunity to review the document. On this page, you can decide if you want to see this document online or would you like to receive a paper copy. If you select to receive it online, click the circle next to Accept responsibility for accessing the Student Code of Conduct by visiting FWISD web address www.fwisd.org. enrollment.fwisd.org or select the circle next to Obtain a paper copy by visiting the administrative office of my child's school. The Fort Worth ISD Student Code of Conduct will be annually available in the administrative office of my child's school. If you wish to allow your child's information to be released to military recruiters or institutions of higher education, click on the blue arrow and select Yes. If you do not want your child's information released, click No. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. This page talks about technology. Look at number 1. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes. Look at number 2. This asks if you have internet access at home. If you do, select Yes. If you do not, select No. Then it is very important to click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. This page wants to know about your household. Look at number 1. It asks, do you or anyone in your household receive supplemental nutritional assistance, SNAP, or temporary assistance to needy families, TANF? Click on the blue arrow and select Yes or No. If you select Yes, you need to type your SNAP or TANF ID in the box. Number 2 asks, how many members are in the household? Include all adults and children. Click the blue arrow and select the number in your household. Scroll down the page. Look at number 1. Click on the blue arrow and select your yearly income. Look at number 2. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes. You may or may not qualify for free or reduced meals. The district will inform you. This is very important. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the green Next button. Click on the blue arrow. Number 1 asks, has the student been placed in Texas Department of Family and Protective Services kinship care, volunteer care, or foster care? You will need to select Yes or No. If you select Yes, 2 more questions will drop down. The first asks, is the student's current address a temporary living arrangement? The second question will ask, is the temporary living arrangement due to any of the following: loss of housing, economic hardship, domestic violence, unhealthy living conditions, parent or legal guardian deployed, parent or legal guardian incarcerated, other emergency circumstances. After your selection, click the green button at the bottom of the page. You will need to bring the following documents to your child's school on or after August 3rd. Immunization records, proof of residence, a water bill with your name and address, an electric bill with your name and address, or your lease agreement, and one of the following for your child: their birth certificate, I-94, passport, or green card. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click the green Next button. You will need to complete this page. Look at number 1. Click on the blue arrow and select Yes. Look at number 2. Click in the empty box and type your first name, your given name, and then your last name, surname. Look at number 3. Click on the blue arrow and then select your relationship to the child: father, mother, aunt, uncle, etc. Look at number 4. Type in today's date like this. You can see how to type it in where you see the red arrow: 2 digits for the month, January would be 01, February would be 02, etc. Then put a forward slash, then put the day of the month using 2 digits, like 01 for the first, 02 for the second, 20 for the 20th, etc. Then put a forward slash, then put 2020. This is very important. Click the green Next button at the bottom of the page. You will now see a page that looks like this. If you see a green circle with a check mark in it, you have completed that section correctly. Good job. If you see a red circle with a number in it, that means that you need more information. The number tells you how many errors are in that section. You will need to click on the red circle. This will take you to the problem. You must correct all of the red circles. As you saw in the previous slide, I had red circles. That meant that I did not fill out that portion correctly. I clicked on the first red circle with the number 4 in it. The number 4 means that I have 4 errors in that section. When I clicked on the red circle with the number 4, this is where it took me. You can see the red box with the word required in it. My child does not have a middle name, and I forgot to click the box that says check here if this student does not have a middle name. So I need to do that. I needed to scroll all the way through the page and fix all of the red boxes. This is very important. After you have scrolled through the page and fixed all of the red boxes, you must click the green Next button. At any time when correcting errors, you can scroll on the left-hand side down to the word Summary. That will take you back to this screen. After you complete correcting the information from the red circles with numbers, you will need to scroll down to the left panel and click on the word Summary. This will take you back to the page with red circles with numbers and green circles with arrows. Click on the next red circle with numbers and correct the information. Remember to scroll down to see all of the red circles. Not all of them are on the page. You have to scroll down. As you can see, the red circle that was next to the word student is now a green circle with a check mark. That means it is correct, and I can click on the next red circle. This red circle has the number 1 in it. That means that I only have 1 error to correct. This is very important. When you finish correcting each red circle, you must click on the green Next button at the bottom of the page. Once you have turned all of the red circles green, you will almost be finished. Once all of the red circles with numbers have been corrected, remember, scroll down to make sure all of the red circles have been corrected. A green button at the bottom of the page will become visible. To complete your enrollment, you must click this green Submit button. If you do not see the green Submit button, or it is not totally green, you still have errors to correct. Congratulations! Your child has been enrolled in the Fort Worth ISD. Have a great year.